And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Troy, Alabama, as we get set for game number 1 here. AAA action. We've got Southeast at the plate. Swing there by Brady Bennett, and it'll be an out as that ball is grounded to second. So 4-3 on the out. So sorry about
number 9, James Treadwell.
Delay there a little bit. Had a little trouble with one of the other computers getting it going. And that cloud cover in the background, definitely, folks, is something to be weary of right now. We're hoping that blows by us. They said there would be no rain today, but right now it looks like the good possibility of some rain coming in. We'll let you know. We've got a 1-0 lead early for Southeast as James Treadwell comes to the plate now. 2 strikes and 2 outs in the inning. Southeast with the 1-0 lead, and I'll recap that for you here as soon as I get the information on how that run was scored. There's a swing and a strikeout for out number 3. So a 1-0 lead early for Southeast. And coming to the plate will be Hueytown. We come right back. Stay there. We'll be right back.
Number 9 for Hueytown is now at 14 pitches.
All right, folks, 1-0 lead here early. It was a hit batsman for Corley. Berner got a single, then a double by Fleming Hall, and a 4-3 ground out by Brady Bennett. And the double from Hall would get the RBI as Corley would score. And then the strikeout by James Treadwell for Southeast, picking up 1 run on 2 hits. So a 2-0 lead now on the scoreboard. Apparently they missed a run coming across. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. And it'll be Washington, Franklin, and Johnson due up. First 3 for Hueytown. So a 2-0 lead early for Southeast. Hueytown getting ready to come to the plate, and on the mound, Fleming Hall will do the delivery work. Brady Bennett is behind the plate. Let's set up your infield. James Treadwell is at third. Cooper Bernier is at short. Braden Corley is at second. Wilson Cherry is at first. Left, Lilly. Luke Hall is in center field. And Joey Drumright is in right field. So Jonah Washington will step to the plate. And the first pitch is called for a strike. My name's Chuck Sebastian for JockJive.com. Glad to have you along. We'll be here all week on Field 1, bringing you all this live action. 16 teams competing for the opportunity to go to the World Series in Ozark, Alabama, starting August the 5th. Pitch a little bit outside. Kind of go 1-1. Swung on, popped up high in the air, deep center field, moving over to center fielder, backing up. Oh, and he pulled onto the shoestring. Did he hold on to it? No, looks like he dropped the ball, and he's injured, laying down in center field. And we've got an injury timeout, and it looks like the young man is most likely going to get a home run. Now, I don't believe they called time. When he went down, it looked like he tried to hold on to that and did not. Ball come out So now we'll wait. Is probably hit hard enough to knock the wind out of him. Looks like he's up on his knees right now. But boy, he made a great try to get to that ball. Luke Hall out there in center field got a glove on it. But when he went down, the ball came out. And traveling all the way around will be Jonah Washington to put this game at 2-1. So unfortunately, with him going down, and the right fielder had to come over and pick that one up.
Now batting number
He's going to
4,
be credited with basically an inside-the-park home run. I mean, nothing you could do about that one. Here's Gavin Franklin now to the plate in a 2-1 ball game. He'll take a pitch low for ball 1. Again, you can see those gray skies off to our right. There's a big storm that was coming through Dothan on its way up here. We're hoping it'll blow around us, but we'll keep our eyes peeled here. Strike on the inside, 1-1. So a 2-1 ball game right now. That ball hit high in the air as well, popped up over in foul territory. First baseman will drag himself over to catch the foul, and it'll be the first out of the inning. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Caleb Johnson, the catcher.
On to the plate, number 12, Caleb Johnson.
Again, the temperatures here were into the 90s when we got started for game time. Feels like index was even higher than that for these boys. Definitely very warm, but like I said, with this storm possibly coming through, that may drop that temperature. The temperature at the start of the game was 92, with it feels like at 98. And they say they're calling for heavy rain and a thunderstorm starting in just about a half hour. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that this one moves on beside us. 2-1 count now for Johnson. In the on-deck circle, Ethan Butcher. This one hit popped up to the right side again. Foul territory, moving over the first baseman. And he will reach over just in front of the dugout fence there and make another catch. So back-to-back foul balls on the right side into the first baseman's glove. Nice job there by the young man playing first, Wilson Cherry. Here is Butcher now.
52, Ethan Boucher.
Ethan Boucher comes to the plate with 2 down, nobody on. And the first pitch is up high and away for ball 1. Outside again, it'll be ball 2. The count will go to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody on. 2 outs and a 2-1 lead for Southeast. Fouled off, 2-1. Two-one count, 2 down. Ground ball just over the third baseman's head for a base hit.
Now to plate number 17, Baker Davis.
So a runner on board with a 2-1 lead right now. An opportunity here for Hueytown. Pitch is outside. It'll go 2-1. Baker Davis, the extra hitter at the plate right now. Down low again, 3-1.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Attention, all fields, games are now suspended.
All right, there you hear it, folks. A
Due to
suspension in
lightning.
play right now due to lightning in the area. So we will take a pause for the cause here.
Would all fans please go to their cars?
And lightning in the
Players,
area.
coaches,
Players, coaches are
fans,
asking
please
everybody to go to their
cars.
cars. Pretty good thunderstorm in the area. We've got lightning right now, so it's automatically 30 minutes before we can even come back. And we will let you know as soon as now. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook. Oxford. Okay, that's what I meant. That's right. Okay. Not Ozark. And I apologize, folks. It's Oxford, Alabama is where the World Series will be this year. I knew it was somewhere close. All right, so here's our situation. We've got Southeast with a 2-1 lead in the first. Winds and thunderstorms coming into the
Umpires,
area.
please go to the umpire
We'll
room.
take 30 minutes right now from this time. We'll come back in a little bit. Stay tuned. Check us out on Facebook. We'll keep you up to date. 5:40 is the earliest we'll come back. Thanks. And welcome back, everybody, here to Troy, Alabama, as we get set now to try to get the first of two games here completed this evening. The rain has finally moved off. The lightning has finally moved off. A little bit of some sunshine out there, as you can see in the field. It took the rain very quickly and diminished it, and the field looks great, so it looks like we're just about set to get back. Let's give you a quick rundown of what happened in that first inning. Braden Corley got hit by a pitch, followed by Cooper Brenner, who hit a single, and then it was a fielder's choice by Fleming Hall getting the first run scored, and then Brady Bennett with an unassisted ground ball to second base would get the second RBI as Hall would score. James Treadwell struck out, and Southeast took the early lead by a score of 0. Here we are now in the bottom of the first, in Washington. He led off with the ball that was hit into right center field. The right fielder having trouble coming up with that fly ball, actually hit the ground with the ball in his glove. Unfortunately, it pops out, and Jonah Washington able to score as the right fielder had to come over and try to retrieve that. The next two batters, Gavin Franklin and Caleb Johnson, popped up to the right side, foul territory. The first baseman handling both of those. Then Ethan Butcher had a single. He is now standing at second after a walk given up to Baker Davis. So we stand at a 2-1 score with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first as we get set to continue play here in the first of 2 games tonight from the AAA side of the Dixie Youth Baseball Alabama State Tournament. Again, the World Series will be in Oxford, Alabama. That'll take place August the 5th. Through the 10th, and that's what these teams are trying to get to. The winners will advance for both AAA and majors. So we'll find out, but we got a long way to go before we get to that point as we try to get game number 1 restarted and finished here on JockJive.com. I'm Chuck Sebastian. Glad to have you along with me tonight. Thanks for tuning in and watching and listening to the broadcast. I do appreciate that. And in just a little while, I will give you an opportunity as well. We'll give you the opportunity to text a shout-out to your favorite player or team. So whether you're from the Southeast area or Hueytown, you can make shout-outs to players and managers and teams and so forth. And make sure when you do send in that text for that shout-out that it is only a text. Do not try to call the number we'll put up on the screen. Also, on that text, let us know where you're listening from or where you're watching tonight's game. So boys back out on the field, umpire going back out to deliver the baseball, and after sitting in the car for about an hour and a half, give or take, it's about the length of this rain delay, these boys are probably a little anxious to get things going again and get out of the car. The tough part is some of the teams are not too far from here, so they did not travel and stay at the hotels. Some of the teams are staying in the Troy area. Some of them are just traveling back and forth. So no opportunity for them to go back to their homes or relax or anything of that nature, because you never know how long that delay is going to be, even though some of the teams may be within 30, 45 minutes. But by the time you take them there, get them rested and relaxed, and gather them all back up and get them back here, the game could have already started. So warm-up tosses being delivered right now as we get set to go again here. Fleming Hall on the hill for Southeast. He'll get his warm-up tosses. And coming to the plate will be Colton Hudgens. And we'll see how much the effect of the hour-and-a-half delay has on these youngsters. Of course, the late game that was supposed to start here technically in about 6 minutes, probably not going to start now until about 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight, depending on the scoreboard. So those folks having to wait till a late-night game here, and we're going to probably be at the ball game here at least until about 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight. So if you have to get up early for work tomorrow, you can always go back to the site. Don't forget, and click the archive and view the archive of the game and check it out. Once it is finished, it'll be right up there. You can also get your own very own DVD
to bat, number 11, Colton Hudgens,
of any game broadcast during this year's AAA state tournament. Simply email info@jockjive.com. We'll get the process started. DVDs are $10 per game plus shipping and handling. So if you'd like one of any game that we do this week, info@jockjive.com. First pitch popped up into right field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Runners at first and second. They'll wave the runner going home and tying up the ball game. It is now 2-2 as Colton Hudgens gets the RBI as Butcher comes all the way around. Davis stops at second. Hudgens on it.
Now batting number 20, Jay Fuller.
There's Jay Fuller, the center fielder, now to the plate. 2 outs, 2 runners aboard, and the left-hander Jay Fuller comes to the plate. Bases puts outside, ball 1. Jay calls time, gets himself set in the box. And outside again for 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes to Jay Fuller. Four games going on right now at once, as you can hear fans from the other diamonds. Hall delivers, swung on, and that one fouled out of play. And the call for heads up towards the other diamond. The right-hander Hall trying to work out of this jam, get his last out. Score now tied here, bottom of the first. 2-2. Again, off the end of the bats, and the count will go 2-2 now. Got just a piece of it. Devin Ford will be in the on-deck circle. Infield in tight on the left side. And it'll go 3-2, full counts. Runners will be on the move. Does not want to give up another walk. Wants to get out of the inning. Needs a ground ball here. Tag a bag and be done. And the 3-2 delivery. Swung on. Ground ball towards second. Knocked down. Flipped over to first for the out. Nicely done there. And they'll get out of the inning. The 2 runs will cross the plate. And this one is all knotted up at 2 apiece as we go to the top of the second inning. Coming to battle B, Hall, Lily, and Sherry right here on JockJive.com.
Number 16 for Southeast Blue is now at 26 pitches.
You hear the pitch counts being delivered. They can only go so many, and then they have to have a certain amount of rest in between. So they'll watch those pitch counts very, very closely. After today's game is over, you can watch the action again and again. Don't forget on JockJive.com, go to the same spot that you covered or that you clicked to watch the live coverage and watch the archives. Or, like I said, if you want a DVD of any game of the Alabama DYB AAA State Tournament, email info@jockjive.com, and we'll get that processed immediately, just $10. We'll get that shout-out number up there for you. So you can make your shout-outs. Now, the shout-outs are text only, and the number is 865-209-9887. 865-209-9887. Text only. You can make a shout-out for either team, player, coach, managers, fans, whatever you want to do. We'll shout that out, and we appreciate you tuning in and listening tonight. And hopefully at least you had a chance to get some dinner while we delayed there. We did here. Here's Luke Hall to the plate.
Now at the plate, number 2, Luke Hall.
Takes strike 1. That one almost gets him, and the count will go 1-1.
Checking into left field this inning, number 8, Devin Ford.
And as you hear, Devin Ford now in the outfield. Over the top, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Outside again, and the count will go 31. Hall, Bryson Lilly, Wilson Cherry on double deck. And he walked him. So runner aboard as he gives up the walk.
Now batting number 10, Bryson Lilly.
Here's the left fielder, Bryson Lilly. Swings at the first one, right back to the mound. Turns, gets one, relay to first, not in time.
What about number 42, Wilson Cherry?
So one out. Here's Wilson Cherry. Really nice turn there by the second baseman. Unfortunately, just not enough to be able to get it back over to first. And fouled off. Wilson Cherry, the first baseman, now batting from the left side. Gavin Hunter, next circle. And Max Hollingsworth on the hill. Delivers the right-hander, a little pop fly that's going to drop into left center field. Looking, rounding first, going to second. The runner now turning around and turns third, going to head home. And it's going to go back to Southeast with the lead. And Wilson Cherry going to pick up the RBI on the double. Just kind of a ball that traveled into left center field and kept going.
22, Gavin Hunter.
The runner, Lilly, kept going as well. So he scores. Now ball's going to get past the catcher, and down to third will go Cherry. So Southeast already threatening again as they pick up one run. Back to the hill again. Hollingsworth over to first for one. Relay to home. And got him. Double play ball there. Nicely done. Beautiful throw from first to home. And Gavin Franklin with a nice toss, and putting the tag down is Caleb Johnson. The coach going to come out and talk to the umpire, but he's not going to change his call. It is going to be a double play. So it's going to go 1-3-2.
Number 9 for Hueytown
in
now
your
with
scorebook.
25 pitches.
And that's how that inning is going to end. So nicely done there by the team from Hueytown. A great job defensively. We'll go to the bottom of the second now. And the score 3-2. Due up, Devin Ford, Max Hollingsworth, and Ethan England coming to the plate here. Data Sports Fix 24/7, whether live or archived, you can get it all right here on JockJive.com. We have multiple channels now with multiple different sporting events and shows from practically every level of competition. If you haven't checked it out, log on to JockJive.com and check the ACCC, the GCAA, Georgia Military Channel, DYB, Dixie Baseball channels, a whole lot more. JockJive.com for those with an insatiable sports appetite. Check it all out on our online page, JockJive.com. Don't forget, we're also on Facebook and Twitter. If you want to be kept up to date, like, for instance, this afternoon when we had the weather delay, that's how we let you know we're getting ready to come back, so you don't have to just sit there and stare at your computer the whole time. You can go to our Facebook page, and it'll tell you. We'll give you updates. We'll give you schedules. We'll give you where we're going to be, who's playing who, the whole bit. So check it all out on our Facebook page. Make sure you put that into your search engine, JockJive. And then like us. We'd appreciate that. And then follow us. And for those of you that use Twitter, we're also on Twitter at JockJive. So here's Devin Ford, the extra hitter in tonight's game. Batting in the 8th spot for Hueytown. They're down by a run right now, 3-2. See what he can do here. Big high, little curveball there, a little wrinkle in that one, and it is 1-0. Again, that shout-out number is available to you, 865-209-9887. And it's up there on your screen for text only. Ball and a strike now. Swing and a miss, strike two. Off the catcher's gear and back to the fence it goes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Devin Ford. Hollingsworth, the pitcher, in the on-deck circle. And the pitcher wants a new baseball. So Hall goes back to the mound now after getting the new ball from the umpire. Ford takes a look down, third base coach, and gets the sign. Again, those of you looking for the second game tonight on Field 1 here, which would have been Jacksonville and Municipal. That game, of course, going to be delayed quite a bit. Probably won't get started. We're hoping maybe 8:30, 8:45. So, depending how this goes. Two-two count. Swung on into right center field. Sliding over the center fielder will knock it down, keeping him to a single. So Ford leads it off with a single.
Now to the plate, number 9, Max Hollingsworth.
And now the pitcher, Max Hollingsworth, will come to the plate from the right side. Chance to help himself here with nobody out and a runner aboard. Wild pitch all the way to the backstop. And down to second will go Ford. Off right there at the screen. And count to go 1-1. Again, they play 6 innings of baseball unless there are run rule, mercy rules that apply. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. Wild pitch again, and down to third now goes the runner. And the count will go to 3-1. Dark clouds rolling in on the field again over to our right. Let's hope they are moving the other way. 3-2, strike call. Ethan England, an extra hitter, will be in the on-deck circle. On the outside corner. Pointed to the outside of the plate and apparently called a strikeout looking. So Hollingsworth goes down on the strikeout, and the coach goes out to retrieve the baseball, and that might be it for the young man Hall, probably at his limit at this point, so they'll change pitchers. He goes over to third. So Hall now will take over third base, and the third baseman will now take over the mound. James Treadwell, the right-hander, will come take over.
Now pitching number 9, James Treadwell.
So Hall faced 9 batters and gave up 2 runs. And he's responsible for the runner at third. Treadwell will come on with 1 out here in the inning. And we'll try to shut things down. He'll face Ethan England and Brady Black due up here in the lineup for Hueytown. And I believe I heard them say that he had thrown 37 pitches. So He will now have to rest 36 hours before he's able to pitch again, according to the new pitching rules that were implemented this year in the Dixie Youth Organization. Glad to see that happened and
now batting number 36.
keeping these kids' arms safe and from injury. First pitch is going to be ball one from Treadwell. James, a little bit of a wrinkle there at the end on that one. Inside corner, and the count will go 2-0. Ethan England, the right-hander, at the plate. Down at third is Devin Ford. Inside again, and the count will go 3-0. So 3 quick pitches. I'm sure that England is taken here. Devin Ford got on with a single, then got to second and third, courtesy of 2 wild pitches by Hall. And there is the strike called on that pitch. Second one right on the corner for strike 2. So he worked himself into a hole, 3-0, and now turned it around. He's got a 3-2 count now on the hitter. And just missed ball 4. And down to first. He'll now face Brady Black.
Now batting number 2, Brady Black.
So Black come on now with runners at first and third, and the coach going to come out and chat with his pitcher who just put out onto the hill. Only 1 out here, so you could try to turn 2 if you can get a good infield ball, but you want to try to keep that runner from scoring as well. That's not the easiest thing to do here in this type of situation. Swung on and slapped towards left, and that'll go foul. Well, he hit that ball. Brady did. Brady, the left fielder tonight. Wearing the number 2 on the uniform. Hueytown in the white with the purple trim, and Southeast in the dark blue. Too far inside. Runner going to go down to second. They'll give him that bag. And now runners at second and third with a 1-1 count. A little low, and 2-1. It looks like he's aiming that pitch instead of throwing that pitch right now. Treadwell's got himself in a bit of a jam here. Ford, the runner at third, would be the responsibility of the first pitcher, Hall. Treadwell would be responsible for England and thereafter. Wild pitch. Runner decides to come late. Tag put on him, and they got him. Went a little late. Tried to go after the wild pitch. Gets tagged out. Down to third will go England. And it's 2 outs and a 3-1 count. Was hesitant about taking off. I don't know if the coach yelled go or not, but he stutter-stepped, and when he did, he should have probably turned around. But at that point, England was coming down to third. Inside with a walk. So back to first and third again, 2 down. And it'll bring up Sam Vaughn, the last man in at the 12th man in the order. Sam, the third baseman.
Now batting number 44, Sam Vaughn.
For Hueytown. And he'll take the first pitch for a strike and down to second. We'll go Black easily. Phil had some surprise. There was a throw there. I mean, you have an opportunity. I mean, you don't want to throw it out in the outfield. You still have that runner at third. You got to make a good throw. Better baby safe than sorry than trying to get that throw. Don't know what the catcher's arm is like behind the plate. So hard to say why there wasn't a toss down. 1-1. And a strike called on that pitch in the count. And back throw and misplay there between the catcher and the pitcher, and that ball goes traveling into the infield. The run will score on the pair back. And now, runner at third. And a 2-1 count. And a 3-3 ball game as Hueytown will score on that error. Swung on, fouled off. Count will go 2-2. So Treadwell, unfortunately, that run will get charged against him. And it's all tied up at 3 apiece. So Vaughn still with a runner at third. On the corner. Ooh, didn't get the call. 3-2. Wow, that was a really nice pitch. Really nice pitch. Whoop. Over the top, and ball 4 issued, and then back to first and third again. So 3 walks now given up by Treadwell, and we're back to the top of the order. And we'll see this time if they do make a throw down. We'll see if they attempt at it. Like I said, Bennett behind the plate there. Don't know the arm strength, but they fake the throw, and they go right back to the mound, and down to second goes Vaughn. So they basically give him the bag. And 2-0 as he slides one underneath the feet there of Jonah Washington. And then it's 2-0. Over the top, through the glove. Here comes the runner. Late. No, got underneath the tag. This time they call him safe. Treadwell puts the glove down. Boy, the coach not happy at all about that one. But they're going to score another run, and it is going to be a 4-3 ball game now in favor of Hueytown as Black will come home on a wild pitch. Vaughn will go down to third, and it's a 3-0 count to the hitter, Jonah Washington. Remember, Jonah clobbered one out into right center field his first time up and was able to get the all 4 bases. Because that ball was dropped. Strike called on the corner there. The umpire with a very interesting strike call. Kind of looks like he karate chops the plate and then calls the strike. 3-1 count. And inside, and I don't know if it hit him or he caught that or what, but down to first he'll go. Looked like it might have got a piece of him, actually. So 3 walks and a hit by pitch, and now bases
now to the plate number 4, Gavin Franklin.
And nobody paying attention to him, and he zipped it all the way over to second. So Washington, with great speed there, turns first and keeps going, and nobody played on him. Here's Gavin Franklin, who popped out to the right side in foul territory, taking strike one, his first time up. Opportunity here with 2 runners aboard. On the corner, and there's the strike. 1-1. Swung on ground ball through the third baseman's side into left field. That'll score 2 runners. Here comes the throw to the plate. Gets by the catcher, and now down to third will go Franklin. So he'll pick up a couple RBIs on the double. As Washington scores and Vaughn scores. 2 more runs across the plates. Now 6-3 ball game. And again, this still happening with 2 outs in the inning. And that was when the pitching change was made to go from Hall to Treadwell. And since that time, they've plated 4 runs.
Now batting number 12, batters. Caleb Johnson.
And here's Caleb Johnson, and that was all with 2 outs. Wild pitch and another run across the plate. So the bases are now empty, but it's now 7-3. And boy, Treadwell has not had any luck here in the inning. So Johnson now with a 1-1 count. On the corner, and it'll be 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 down. Nobody on the base paths now. And a 7-3 lead. Way outside. And the count will go 2-2. Way over the top again, way out of the zone, 3-2, and James Treadwell, 3 walks, a hit batsman, and a double, giving up this inning. 5 runs already across the plate, facing 5 batters. When he came on, there was 2 outs. 1 out. They did get the second out, and a guy trying to come home on a wild pitch. And another walk given up, so we'll see how long the coach goes with him as he looks out to the hill.
Out of the plate, number 52, Ethan Bashir.
Bashir coming back to the plate. Ethan had a single and scored a run his first time up. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Again, those mercy rules are 10 runs after 4, 15 after 3. Not that we're close to either one of those at this point, just reminding you that those are ways that the games can end earlier than 6 innings. Inside and called for a strike. Count goes 1-2. I think he got a little help from the umpire on that pitch. That looked a little bit out of the zone. Swing and a miss, and he finally gets himself out of the inning. But not after damage has been done, and a lot of it, because 5 are plated in that inning, and they now lead it by a score of 7-3. We'll go to the top of the third when we come back. You're watching the Alabama-Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament from Troy, Alabama on JockJive.com. Stay tuned. Shows we get set to go here to the top of the third. Hueytown with the lead now. 7-3 is Southeast, who got the early lead and got the lead back.
Number 34, Cecil Edwards.
We'll now go with 10, 11, and 12 in their order. Edwards, Crone, and Drumright. Here's Cecil. Swings at the first one, grounded right back to the mound. One pitch, one away. It's the third or fourth ball hit directly back to the hill. There's Braden Crum now to the plate.
Now batting, number 13, Braden Crow.
Crow, I believe that's a V. My apologies. A little hard to read sometimes the manager's writing when they turn in a lineup card. 2-0 count. Hard throwing right-hander is in there with the strike this time. And the count will go 2-1. So Max Hollingsworth doing a nice job here on the hill. Swung on, fouled off, and he'll get him to go 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Ooh, just missing with the wrinkle on the end. 3-2. And the payoff pitch. Right down the pipe. A little low, apparently, and it'll be a walk.
Now batting, number 5, Joe Drumright.
Joe Drumright, the right fielder now, to the plate. Grove gets up. First pitch called for a strike. Coming up again, our 7 o'clock game. Jacksonville and Municipal Mobile. And that one will come up in about 30 minutes after this one is over. Count to go 1-1. Shows bunts, fouls it off, then he'll go 1-2. Trying to move the runner is Joey Drumright. Low, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Second strikeout. 2 down. Back to the
play number 3, Braylon Corley.
Here's Corley. Hit by a pitch his first time up. Scored a run. Takes strike 1. This one left side. It's going to be over the left fielder's head, all the way to the fence. Rounding and being held at third on a double by Corley. Nice piece of hitting there. Corley moves Grove to third. Runners now second and third with 2 outs for Cooper Bernier. Bernier had a single his first time up. Before we do that, though, that is a pitching change, and we're going to see a new pitcher on the hill as Hollingsworth will come out. And on the mound, it's a little guy, a little tough to see his number. That'll be 52. That'll be Ethan Boucher now. Will take over from short. He'll go to the hill. Hollingsworth is going to go over to first. So I'm guessing maybe Franklin goes over 2 short. I'm guessing that's how it's going to be.
Now pitching number 52, Ethan Boucher.
Sure, the right-hander will come out much smaller, but really nice groove right now on his warm-up tosses. Looks pretty good. He'll inherit 2 runners with 2 down. An 11-inch short. Colton Hudgens is at short. So. Maybe Gavin Franklin into second. All right, here we go. Here's Cooper to the plate. Runners at second and third. First pitch is going to be ball 1.
Now at the plate, number 4, Cooper Bernier.
Swung on, fouled off, and way out of play. And outside, 21 goes the count. Fouled off that one right there at the plate, and the count will go 2-2. Bernier with a single and scoring a run his first time up. Trying to make this one count on a 2-2 pitch. Outside 3-2. Ethan Boucher trying to get out of this. Swung on, a little bloop into center field. It goes. 1 run will score. They'll send the second runner. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be way off target. Down to second will go Cooper. So he'll get a single and a couple RBIs there. As Krove scores. And Corley scores. And Bernier goes down to second on the throw. And they're right back in.
Now it's the plate number 16, Fleming Hall.
So Hall comes to the plate now. Down by just 2 runs. Inside 2-0. Put on the scoreboard. Two and 0 counts. And a strike called on that pitch. So right away, Southeast gets right back in the ball game. Hall at the plate. Runner down at second. Hall with a fielder's choice his first time up. Inside and tight. And a walk given up on the full count. It was 3-2. He walks him. And it's first and second with 2 down. Here's Brady Bennett. Rounded out to the right side his first time up.
Now batting 00, Brady Bennett.
See, Brady can put something through the infield here, get this game all knotted back up. Both runners started to go, but stay where they're at. Ball one. Again, this happening with 2 outs. Swung on, fouled off. Both runners were going on a hit and run. So both teams able to do it with two outs apiece. That was fouled off to the right side, giving chase, but it'll go out of play. Count will go to 1-2. Off the handle, it fought it off. Fly ball into left field, and it's caught for the out. So the third out, but they do pick up a couple of runs as we go to the bottom of the third. Scoreboard now 7-5 in favor of Hueytown. We'll come back more AAA baseball right here on JockJive.
Number 52 for Hueytown is at 16 pitches. Now pitching number 22, Gavin Hunter.
Going to the bottom of the third inning in a 7-5 ball game as Southeast scratches again, gets a couple of runs this time. They don't get the lead back, but they do to get within 2. Now we've got a new pitcher on the mound. It'll be Gavin Hunter into the game now to pitch for Southeast. Facing 5, 6, and 7 in the order. First pitch swung on, ground ball through the hole into left for a base hit for Baker Davis. So he greets the new pitcher with a single. And Hueytown right away putting their leadoff runner aboard.
Now the plate, number 11, Colton Hudgens.
They have done every inning so far, getting their leadoff man either on or scored. Here's Colton Hudgens. Single his first time up, stranded down there at first. First pitch is outside for a ball. Boy, Bennett came up that time looking like he was going to throw. Did not throw the last couple of times. In the last inning with 2 outs, runners taking second base pretty easily. But again, he did have a runner at third and maybe just a little leery of throwing it away. Swing at a high one there. Got to go 1-1. Ground ball towards short, through the hole into left field again. Another base hit 2 for 2 tonight for Hudgens. Back-to-back singles to start the bottom of the third. Here's Jay Fuller. Rounded out his first
now
time
number
up.
20, Jay Fuller.
And from the left side, Fuller steps in. Nobody out, 2 runners aboard. A 2-run lead right now for Hueytown, 7-5. Wild pitch on the first one will put runners to second and third. Bennett with no throw to either bag. And now an opportunity for Fuller to tack on a few more. Swung out, fouled off right here at the fence. Down and in. 21. Swung on, ground ball. That's going to get into the right side, through the right side into right field. It's going to bring 2 runners. Here comes the throw to the plate in time to get the out. And down to second base will go Fuller. So he'll pick up an RBI there on the single. Goes down to second on the throw. Davis scores. But Hudgens is the first
now batting
out.
number 8, Devin Ford.
So an 8-5 lead with a runner at second, 1 down. There's Devin Ford, who had a single his last time up. He was caught coming home on a wild pitch. So the Hueytown team definitely likes to run. Strike on the first pitch. So again, just 1 out here in the inning, an 8-5 lead right now, bottom of 3. Little blooper, will it drop? No, it's the glove and comes out. Center fielder, Vicky just didn't catch that off the bat good enough, doesn't see it. Now they hold up the ball. The play comes to the plate. Throw in. The runner's safe. The throw down is second. As Ford was trying to stretch, he's out again. Trying to stretch the single into the double on the throw, but Jay Fuller comes home. And it is now a 9-5 ball game. Here's Hollingsworth now with strike 1. So they take it right back to a 4-run lead once again for Hueytown. High in the air, popped up right side, second base backing up, Colin Ford will make the catch. And they will get out of the inning. They do give up 2, though. And they put 2 more on the board, and they lead it now 9-5, going to the top of the 4th
for Southeast
inning.
Blue is now at 12 pitches.
And coming up for Southeast, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the order. It'll be Treadwell, Luke Hall, and Bryson Lilly. It may come as a surprise to you how affordable it is to have JockJive Sports provide coverage of your sporting event or sports team with quality streaming, offering a national and international platform to show off your school or sport. We produce everything now from youth sports to the NCAA Division I, literally from every part of the country. Large productions or small, tiny venues or large, we can and have done them all. To put JockJive Sports to work for you, email us at info@jockjive.com. And you better get those emails in quick, folks, because the calendar is filling up. We're booking a lot of dates already for the fall. So if you've got events that you know that you're going to want broadcast, make sure you get us an email quickly, info@jockjive.com. Football and soccer coming up along with high school and youth hockey coming up this winter. And then, of course, we go right into the basketball season. So if you've got a high school, college team, or a youth team, or an event or a tournament that you would like broadcast, we can be there with no problem. From large to small venues, it doesn't matter. Pretty simple to do. Find out all the info by emailing us at info@jockjive.com. 9-5 lead, top of 4. And coming back to the plate is Southeast. And they will try to chip away again at this 4-run lead.
Up to the plate, number 9, James Treadwell.
Apparently Hueytown forgot to tell somebody there was a change. They were trying to play 10 guys. And somebody had to come running into the dugout. So Treadwell comes up to the plate now, takes the first pitch inside for a ball. And with his second inning of work is Ethan Butcher. And it's now 2-0. As that pitch is a little bit low. So the rain subsided, the lightning moved out of the area, and the crowd came back, and the parking lot filled up, and stands all up and down, filled on both sides, and some even standing behind home plate here. 3-0 count now on the first hitter. And he goes too high with that one, and we'll get a 4-ball walk. So down to first will go Treadwell.
Now batting number 2, Luke Hall.
Jacksonville and Municipal will come up next. After this one is complete, there'll probably be about a 20-25 minute break in between to get the field ready to go. Strike on the first pitch to Luke Hall. And then we'll get our last game of the evening started. So for those of you that were tuning in looking for that game, well, this one had a rain delay in the first inning of about an hour and a half. That ball smacked into left field on the line shot there by Hall. Base hit single, puts runners at first and second, and Southeast. Boy, they've got a never-say-die attitude as they get behind and they keep scratching. Put 2 runners aboard with nobody out for Bryson
Lily.
Lilly.
Number 10, Bryson Lilly.
Got on by a fielder's choice and scored a run in the second inning. Here's the first pitch for ball 1. Wilson Cherry in the on-deck circle. It's a hard shot to short. Picked up, flipped to second for 1. Relay to first, not in time. So they'll get the fielder's choice. They'll get the runner going to second for the out.
But about number 42, Wilson Cherry.
We'll put runners on the corner with a 1 out for Cherry. Wilson hit a double his first time up. Left-hander steps in. Look for Lilly to go any chance he gets. Get himself out of double play depth. Ground ball to second, though. May not be able to. Throw to second for 1. Relay to first. No, just missed. Really nice relay there from the shortstop. Little's guy's got quite an arm. So the fielder's choice scores the run for Cherry. Picks up his second RBI.
What about number 22, Gavin Hunter?
Out at second. Here's Gavin Hunter now with a runner at first. And 2 down. Swing and a miss and an outside pitch. Quickly 0-2 to Hunter. Swings at another one, and wow, that was way out of there. Strikeout recorded. Hunter goes down swinging. They get out of the inning, only giving up the 1 run. But they cut it down a little more, and it is now a 9-6 game. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, a 3-run lead here for Hueytown. Hueytown coming to the plate. 10, 11, and 12 in the order. It's up next right here on JockJive.com. Three-run lead, bottom of the 4th inning. Hunter back to the hill after striking out. Will get his time on the hill. He'll face England, Black, and Vaughn, who all walked in the 2nd inning, courtesy of Treadwell. And all 3 scored as well when they got 5 in that 2nd inning. So here's Ethan to the plate. Started off for Hueytown. Up by 3, 9-6. First pitch called for a strike on the inside corner. Ethan must have thought that was a little too far inside as he backed out of there. Swing and a miss there, and it's quickly strike 2. Bennett has somewhat struggled behind the plate tonight, getting the ball back to his pitcher, one time costing himself a run. Oh, tried to get the corner there, doesn't get it, and the count 1-2. Check the swing, didn't go. Going to ask. Say yes, he did go. The first base umpire said he broke the wrist, so it'll be called strike. And a strikeout it'll be, first out of the inning.
Now
Randy Black
two,
looked really close, like he went around on the wrist. And off the handle, down the line, foul. Would have been extra bases for sure. Hit that one well right down the line. Unfortunately, just flared to the left side just a bit. And Brady will come back. And we'll get a new baseball. One might have been a little bit wet. How much the outfield absorbed out there during a rain delay. It wasn't a lot of rain, but it was enough to get the field wet. In the dirt, 1-1. But the way that sun had been beaten down through the entire day today and yesterday, the field absorbed that water pretty quickly. I say when we started, we were over 98 degrees. Swings and fouls that one off on the outside. Now to go 1-2. You hear the crowd try to cheer him on and give him some encouragement. Temperature now down to 75, so it definitely dropped that after that storm come through. In the dirt, 22 now is the count. 1 out, nobody on. So other than the humidity out there, it feels pretty good. Ooh. Three-two now. Strike 3 on the corner. Got him looking. And it's 2 down. That'll bring up Sam Vaughn.
Now batting number 44, Sam Vaughn.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And the count quickly 0-2 with 2 outs. And Griffin a strike away from striking out the side. Grounded right back to him, knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first in time, and gets a 1-2-3 inning. And we'll go to the top of the fifth next. 9-6 lead for Hueytown when we return. So to the top of the fifth inning we go. Edwards, Grove, and Drumright to the plate. First pitch called for a strike. This is Cecil Edwards, who grounded out back to the hill his first time up. This time a grounded to second base, knocked down, snag, throw to first in time. Nice play. Really nice play. No, they're going to call him safe. Wow.
Up to the plate, number 13, Braden Crow.
So So they're going to call Edwards safe. I'm not sure if he pulled his foot at the first baseman or what he missed, but checking to see if he's okay, so a runner aboard. Looks like it was pretty routine there. Here's Crow. Walk his first time, scored a run, swings and misses. Strike one. Southeast likes to run. We'll see if they do so. Bottom of the order just as good as the top. Swung on, little blooper. Going to get into right field, and it's caught, though, for the out. Hung just long enough for the right fielder to get over there and make the catch.
Now batting number 5, Joe Drumright.
Joe Drumright now will come to the plate. Joe struck out his first time up. Last man in the order. Then back to the top. Fire down to first and back in time. Off the end of the bat. In and out of the glove and a bad hop on the first baseman. But runners now at the corner, throw to third to try to get him, and would have gotten him if they would have been held on. Now the runner down to second on the throw. When they're watching infield start throwing the ball around, that's when mistakes happen. So a ground ball that got away from the first baseman.
Now batting number 3, Braylon.
And now you got runners on the corner, or second and third, I should say. Because the infield's throwing the ball around with one out. And the tying run at the plate. Strike called on Corley. Top of the 5th inning. Corley trying to change that scoreboard. Ground ball towards short. Long throw over to first, and he airmailed it. Sent it over his first baseman's head. That'll score a 1. Down to second will go Corley. One run across. Down to third, Joey. And then now a 9-7 ball game.
Forward, Cooper Bernier.
Still only one out. Cooper Bernier coming to the plate. Cooper been on base a couple times and scored a run tonight. Coach coming out to chat to his infield. Trying to keep him calmed down. I think we're going to get a pitching change, though. It looks like it. And it is, because going back to shortstop will be Boucher. And somebody else is going to come out to the hill and take over. And it looks like maybe Gavin Franklin, went to the dugout, so maybe to go get... No? Gavin went to the dugout for something, but he's now going to go play third.
Now pitching number 44, Sam Vaughn.
Sam Vaughn is going to come to the hill. So Sam Vaughn comes to the hill with a 9-7 lead. 2 runners aboard, though, here in the top of the 5th inning. And again, Southeast has been able to battle their way back into this ball game. And Bernier's got an opportunity to give them the tie or the lead with a big hit. Definitely tied up with a good hit out into the outfield. And he has been able to tag the ball a couple times tonight, score a run himself. He's already got 2 RBIs, looking for 2 more. Take a pitch low for ball one. Again, this game is kind of seesawed back and forth. Hueytown took the lead, though, a couple of different times and got at least a 4-run lead, but Southeast has been able to chip away and come right back into the ball game and get themselves within the tying run down at second. And outside holds back, does not swing. 2-1. High bouncer off the mound, off the pitcher's glove. Picked up by the shortstop, throw to first. Got him in time. They get one out, and they score 1 run. So Cooper will pick up his 3rd RBI of the night. We'll go 1-6-3 for the out. Down to third will go Corley.
Now batting number 16, Fleming Hall.
Fleming Hall with a fielder's choice and a walk tonight to the plate. 9-8 is your score now in the top of the 5th. Popped up into left center field, moving over the center fielder's glove. And rounding and headed in for a stand-up double is Fleming Hall.
Now batting 0-0, Brady Bennett.
And Corley will score on that. Fleming will pick up another RBI, and it's 9-9, and runner at second with 2 down. Now taking off, goes down to third, gets in safely. And now the lead run down at third base. And Brady Bennett with the opportunity here. Fly out and a ground out tonight. Got to go 2-0. Strike called on the inside corner there, 2-1. And now goes 3-1. And a walk given up. So runners at first and third. Lead run at third. Extra insurance.
About number 9, James Treadwell.
James Treadwell with a walk and a run scored tonight and a strikeout. Runner will go down to second. There'll be no throw. Strike called on the first pitch. And strike 2. 0-2 count to Treadwell. 2 runners aboard, 2 down. Off the inside of the handle to second base. Slow roller to first for the 3rd out. And they will get out of the inning. We'll pick up 3, though.
Number 44 for Hueytown is now 14 pitches.
We'll now go to the bottom of the 5th inning. All knotted up at 9 apiece. Right here on JockJive.com. Well, we do got one final so far for you today. Dothan over Decatur by a score of 16-4. That is a Mercy Rule win of 12 runs in 4 innings by a 10-run rule. So they'll get ready for their next game over there on field.
What about number 14, Jonah Winston?
Jonah Winston will come to the plate here. In our match, the only match that's very, very close is 9-9. Laying down a bunt, rolls right down the first base line. Fair, stays fair. And I believe he's going to touch. It was grabbed. It's a fair ball. Nice little bunt there. Franklin. So bunt single to lead things off for Jonah. So Washington down to first. Boy, that was a pretty bunt. That ball just laid right there on the first base line, giving him an opportunity to race down there. And now he'll take second base on a pass ball. Catcher got hurt. He's looking around for the ball, and now to third base goes Washington. I'm not sure if he took that ball and with the hand or what happened when he went to make the catch, but he grabbed the left hand immediately. So on the injury, Jonah Washington keeps going, which he's allowed to do because the ball is live. He's kind of looking around and shaking the left hand, though. And he is in some serious pain right now. There's Luke Hall, who had the gear on behind the plate. And they'll now remove the gear because the left hand is in some serious pain. So they will get a new catcher. And while we have this timeout, 9-9 on our scoreboard. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. And no outs. And now coming in to take over catching will be Brady Bennett, who was in there to begin with. So Bennett will go back behind the plate to finish out the game. So while he gets the gear on, the umpires will clear off the dish. At the plate will be Gavin Franklin. I believe he's got 1 strike against him, but we'll wait and see what the account is. Nine score. Run at third is the lead run for Hueytown. Inside. Oh, swing and a miss there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gavin Franklin. Double and a pop foul tonight. Scored a run, picked up 2 RBIs. Big chance for a 3rd RBI, which would be a huge RBI right here. Rips it into left field. He's going to get it. 3rd RBI of the night. And the lead run scores for Hueytown. (10-9) lead now for Hueytown. And here's Johnson now with a walk and a pop foul. Johnson, 3rd man in the order. And right now the swung on, popped up. Center fielder calls for it, makes the catch. Runner will hold at first. First down of the inning. Brings up Butcher.
What about number 52, Ethan Booker?
Ethan Butcher, ball one to him. 10-9 lead right now, Hueytown over Southeast. Swing and a foul ball. So 2-strike count, one down. 10-9 in the fifth. And Ethan struck out his last time. Got a single here in the first inning. Little blooper's going to drop into center field for the base hit. Puts runners at first and second. And Baker Davison will now come to the plate. Baker with a single tonight.
Now batting number 17,
Run
Baker
scored
Davis.
and a walk. But a good chance here for Hueytown to bust open this lead. And push it a little harder for Southeast, who's been able to claw their way back in a couple of different times. But they'll have 3 outs to work with at the top of the sixth. Hueytown with a big swing and a miss is Davis. So 0-1. Grounded to third. Oh, off the glove of the third baseman. Bad error, and the runner from second was going to third. Now the runner at third is going to have to come home. He'll try for it, gets caught in a rundown, gets tagged out. Now they got the other runner going back to third. He'll be out as well, and some base running errors there for Hueytown is going to take him right out of the inning after the single by Baker Davis would have loaded the bases.
Number 22 for Southeast is at 38 pitches.
So they do pick up the one run. They do lead it now by a score of 10-9. We will go to the top of the sixth inning, and for Southeast, they will have one opportunity here with 3 outs to try to get a run or two. Now there is a discussion by the umpires, and they're going to call out the coach, and we're going to discuss this call maybe going back to third with the runner that was at second. That was Ethan Butcher, who came down the line, but unfortunately Franklin never left. So they both got in a rundown. Franklin then took off for home. He gets tagged out. They throw back to third. Butcher tries to go back to third, and they called the third out. Now we got to see what they're going to call here. So getting another score in for you. Auburn won their game against Selma 12-2. That is a final. So the discussion still going on by the umpires here and trying to find out. Now both coaches out on the field, so they really are trying to find out what's going on. And is he going to put a runner back on will be the question. Doesn't look like it. 3 outs. Now the coach for Hueytown calling his players over before they go take the field. So they did get the out. They do pick up that run. And wasn't the way they wanted it to go, I'm sure, but unfortunately a little base running error there. So it'll be the top of the 6th inning. It'll be the last opportunity. And that opportunity for Southeast will come in the form of Hall, Lilly, and Cherry. Now, remember, Luke Hall got hurt. He was behind the plate and got a thumb injury, it looked like, on the left hand. So I don't know if he will bat or not. On the hill is Sam Vaughn, who come in the last inning. And he will try to close this out here in the top of the 6th inning. So 2 finals, Dothan over Decatur 16-4, and Auburn over Selma 12-2. And you hear the audience with the 3 up, 3 down saying. So the next game, again, like I said, Municipal and Jacksonville will come up here. They looks like about 20, 25 minutes in between games. So probably going to get that one started a little before 9 o'clock, maybe. So like I said, a late night here at the ballpark. And that all depends on what happens here.
What about number 10, Bryson Lilly?
So they've got Bryson Lilly coming to the plate. I've got listed Luke Hall should be the batter, but maybe because of the injury, they jumped to Lilly. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-1. So the rule is that you can skip the batter if he's injured. It's not an out. 1-2 count now. So that's a good thing, I guess, that it's not counted as an out because that would have hurt against him. But a swing and a miss there, and Sam Vaughn gets the strikeout for out number 1. Wilson Cherry now will come to the plate with 2 outs left for Southeast, down by a run here in the
What about number 42, Wilson Cherry?
Well, he stood there watching that ball go to the fence in left field. And I'm not sure how he stood there. The coach is not happy about something. I'm not. Looked like it was a clean hit. It looked. There's a discussion going on down at home plate right now. I don't know if he wasn't ready or what, but he tagged that ball out into left field. He should have had 2, if not 3. That ball went all the way to the fence, but he was still standing at home plate when it got there. And I'm not sure if somebody has said there was timeout was called or what, but that's the only thing I can figure out is there was timeout called when he swung. And that's what I'm hearing down there from the audience is he called time. Let's see if we can hear any of the discussion down there at home plate. I don't know if we'll be able to pick it up or not. Probably not, but and now warnings going to the benches as both coaches and the umpire and audience members now getting involved as well. So trying to restore order as they're pushing. And both benches have gotten warnings. So I think the discussion is whether or not there was time called, and then he swung at the pitch and it hit the fence and he didn't go. And then they're yelling, go, go, go. So he goes down to first, and then they gave him first base. Now they said, wait a minute, somebody called time. But the discussion here is a lengthy one, but the reason that I'm confused is the only person that could have called time and would have granted time would have been the home plate umpire. The two base umpires wouldn't have been able to grant time without notifying the home plate umpire. But I was just impressed that I guess I'd be not impressed with the young man who hit the ball and stood there and watched it. I thought maybe he thought it was going over. But he should have been going. I'd have been going for all I could get. Because if they rule this a fair ball and it's a hit, he could have been standing at second and third with no problem. And now the coach is trying to go over and tell their fans to cool off a little bit. I don't know what it is. I for some reason, about every time I get a tournament, I get the really wild, bizarre games tonight. And not unusual. Again, here it is tonight. We get another one, and boy, fans that are upset, coaches upset. And let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to put him at first, or are they going to bring him back? And they have called up here to the press box. They're asking for a district tournament director to come down now and to solve this. Because if there is a protest filed or anything of that nature, they have to have a district tournament director involved. So he will come out and hear both sides of the case now. And I don't know which way you're going to do or turn this. So my guess is there was timeout called by somebody, and the young man hit the ball and thought there was timeout. The outfielder went for it. He then realized, I better go. He took off. He went to first. And then everything kind of broke loose from there. And this is a very important call because of the fact that if he is safe, they have a runner at first with one out, and that's the tying run. Or do they send him back to the plate and let him hit again? So now one of the district directors is out there to try to solve the problem that is happening here at the plate, and he is out there chatting with only the umpires. And it looks like the district director has made a decision. And it looks like they're going to make him swing away, which I guess is about the only thing you really could come to the conclusion of, because of the fact that if there was a time called, then that would have been the same situation. He would have had to come back to the plate. So they finally solved the issue, and it's 1-0. And there's a strike, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And like I said, if Cherry can do it again, get himself on base is what he needs to do. That ball's fouled off to the other field, and the ball will go 1-2. Fouled off. Stay out of play. Count will stay the same, 1-2. 1 out. Oh, wow. What a curveball by Sam Bond. That was a pretty pitch. 2 down. That had a little bit of wrinkle right there at the end.
Now batting number 22, Gavin Hunter.
Gavin Hunter, who struck out his last time up. And now he'll reach the hand-up call time. So Sam Vaughn has done the job coming on here with 2 strikeouts and trying to get the last one and hold on to a game-winning 1-run lead. Swing and a miss. Down and away, 1-1. Two and 1. Swing, foul tipped into the glove, 2-2. One more strike to get, and Hueytown will get their first win of the series. Foul tipped, he hangs in there, 2-2. Vaughn. Hunter will call timeout again. A lot of pressure on the young man at the plate as well as on the hill, but the hill has the advantage with a 2-2 count. Got him to chase it, swing and a miss. Struck him out on the same pitch again. And Hueytown is going to win this by a final of 10-9. That is our final, folks. 10-9. Hueytown's going to win this one. We thank you for tuning in. We'll get set here about 25 minutes. Jacksonville and Municipal coming up next right here on JockJive.com. Again, final Hueytown 10, Southeast 9. JockJive.com. I'm Chuck Sebastian.